welcome back to Gary's Classics. So today it's been a bit a funny old day. We've been up to St Catherine's Hospice with Andy. I went out in his Quantum H4i because I didn't want to take my Fiesta out in the rain. Thought it would have been a better turnout, as you'll see with the video probably the other day, but it was a bit poor. But we did a bit of an interview with Andy on the car, and I was actually quite surprised on how well the Quantum went on. Anyway, we're going to start doing a bit of a series on the little Sunbeam over the way. As I've been promising, I'm going to do some repair works to it because there's a few little scabs come on it which we'll go through later on today, and it's going to come off the road basically. Now that's it, decision has been made. So today I'm going to get it jacked up on the axle stands and leave a little bit of room at the back of the vehicle because I've got to take the engine and box out, so I'll need a bit of room to work, but I might just move it back another foot or so. We'll get it up on the axle stands and get the wheels off, and I'm going to put them in my loft. There's a door just up there in my garage which I boarded all the ceiling out, and I've plywooded it out at the same time when I did the boarding. So I'm going to get them up there out of the way, and I flop the back seats down with the bumpers off, got headlamp bezels and headlamps out because I want to repaint all the engine or the boot compartment. I want to repaint all underneath. I'm going to take the original wheel underseal off the wheel arches, clean them up, red oxide them, stone chip them, and then repaint them red and repaint the whole vehicle underneath. I'm going to take all the suspension off front and rear. I've got poly bushes in, so I'm going to clean it all up. There's a little bit of stone chips. I'm going to clean them all up. I'm undecided whether to stone chip them and paint them. May go down that route. I hadn't thought about that. Possibly. Maybe just on the bottom. I don't know. I might stone chip them. I'll have a look. And then I'm going to paint them satin black rather than gloss. Same with the centre tray. All the tinware in the engine bay is going to be painted satin black. Radiator, oil cooler. I've got my new engine here just at the side of me, which I'll zoom across to in a second, that Andy Jones has kindly rebored. So that's going to get put in a plastic bag and put in the loft as well out the way, because that's a longer build job, and I may get him to do that in the future when he moves into his new unit or fully. But the key is get the underneath done. I'll have a quick walk around the car. I'll show you all the bits I've picked up on the corrosion. That people might think, oh, it looks mint, it looks mint. Yes, it does. But like anybody knows with their own car, there's always little bits. And there's one bit just on that corner there. I'll move my finger up here, you can't see it. But where the AC post comes down, there's been a bubble there for about 5 years. And this year it seems to have grown a little bit. So I need to address it. And I think I'm going to end up probably welding a little patch on. A couple of little chips on the arches, or bubbles just starting to come through, and the bonnet, which I've known about, and a little bit around the windscreen. But I've got a new screen rubber, I've got new quarter glass rubbers, I've got a new headlining, I've got all my new paint. The only thing I haven't got is a paint for the top, which I'm going to redo in base coat and lacquer again. I'm going to do the whole car. I've decided whether I paint it myself or get a friend to paint it in a booth. I'm unsure, but I'll do all the prep. I've got some epoxy primer to put on. So I'm going to epoxy primer it all once I've done all my repairs. I'll paint, once I've got all the bodywork on the top done, I'll then repaint the underneath, the engine bay and the boot bay. And then it can go off to the paint shop. And then I will build the engine. And then when it comes back from the paint shop, if I sub it out to my friend, it's just reassembling, isn't it then? So what I'm going to do tonight though, or this afternoon, later this afternoon, it's Sunday now, this Fiesta here behind us. So when I painted the bonnet, I give it a polish, but it's gone a little bit flat. I didn't give it a really heavy polish, but it looks all right. But under these lights, it looks a bit dull. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get it a quick whiz over. Now I bought this stuff from Amazon. It's Mazenda, which I actually used when I did the green chamois sport. It's very good. There's 3 different stages of this polish. If I can just find them. So it's German made, and it's a very good polish. So you've got a heavy cut, which is 1000 grit, which is like 1000, and then you do a second cut, medium cut, 2500, which I have done in the past, and then use this 3800, which is a super fine. Now I did, when I did the car initially, I used this G6 Rapid Ferrecla liquid compound, which I've done with that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to use this 3800. It's a little bit finer. I'm going to use a bit of water. I've got a canister with some water in, and I'm using a soft pad on my buffer as well. So I'm going to do that on the time lapse. What I'm going to do is just give it a quick buff over. I've thrown some cloths over the windows and marked up the masked off the wheel arches so I don't get everything white. This is a grey compound. Yeah, just pull the end out and just put a blob on your sponge, bit of water, and away we go. So I'm going to quickly go over that. Once I'm happy, if it's not raining, whiz the car around outside, back it in tight up to the wall. That will give me room for the imp. I am going to make myself a segregated area. So I'm going to get some visqueen and drop it down in the centre, well, just off centre to the garage. So I work on that side of the garage for my dirty work, cleaning, grinding, and then the Fiesta will stay clean. I will cover it up with a car cover, but it will just stop any real heavy dust getting blown onto it and any paint dust. I'll make myself a booth for when I'm primering all the carpet and everything covered up in a visqueen. I might get some plywood for the floor just to keep the dust down. But that's going to be an ongoing project, and that's going to be a right good series. Hopefully it'll interest some people who've not done body work and just the mechanics of the vehicle. Like I said, I've got the engine to build. I've got new kingpins set up already done in my cupboard there. Just got to clean everything and paint it. And I'm undecided whether to stone chip the swinging arms. I'll make a decision. Oops. Oh, there we go. I'll make a decision on that. Just squirted me, exploded me buffing compound because it's being silly there. So without further ado, I'm going to crack on with this, and I'm going to put it on the time lapse because it's just to give you a bit of an idea of what we're doing. Okay, so we're now done. I've just done a little, I had to paint my suspension top because when I did a bit of paint work I took the paint off it, so I did that the same time, a little black, bit of satin black, but the paint's come out a lot better now. It does look two different shades, but actually it's just the way the light is, because I've got LEDs above me and I've got normal fluorescence above the car, so it looks a different colour, but I assure you it isn't. If you look, see. So I've got much better shine now. I'm just give it a quick wax over with my Autoglim Rapid Wax on the bonnet and the tops of the wings. Like I say, I've just done a little bit of paintwork under the bonnet, on the suspension turret top, like a black cover cap. So now that is all done. So what the next plan is for this evening initially is just to get the Hillman Imp or the Sunbeam Sport pushed back along the garage. I need to have a hoover up because I can't be doing with all these bits because I'm very anal about having mess and dirt. Get it backed up, get the wheels off and pile them to one side because I won't be able to get them in the loft tonight. And I also want to bag the engine up, put a bit of oil over the boards to stop them corroding while it goes up in the loft. And then I want to, like I say, bag that up and get it in the loft. Once I've got the wheels up, I can then start looking about stripping the front off. Okay, so we've done the Fiesta now, and the next job is the Hillman. So got the Sunbeam. I'll just walk around the bits what I've got a bit of corrosion on. So as you can see here, it's a little bubble there now. It's been there for about 5 years, that, but it's just starting to spread onto the quarter, so I need to address that. I've got a little dot on my wheel arch there, something and nothing. Little crack there. A little bit coming here under the rubber. You can just see it bubbling, festering, so I need to look at that. Got a little bit on my bonnet, little spider there I noticed the other month, and a bit on here, this scuttle. Apart from, and then a little bit, that one little dot there, so I'll just grind that back and just treat it if that's all it needs. I've got a couple of bits on the bonnet which I've had on there for about 5 years. I've got nothing on this wheel actually apart from a few chips which I just need to paint in. I've got a little bit of corrosion on here. I've actually done that before in the past. Just pulled the rubber back and just got the worst of it out, so that needs addressing. Another little crack here. Don't worry, that's just a bit of movement. But the door always catches a little bit as well just there, so I need to address that. And this also needs a hinge pin because there's a bit of play in it. Hopefully that'll sort that out. I've got a little mark here on the paint. It's a crack in the paint and a little bubble there. And finally, there's a couple of little bits just underneath there on the rear valance. So they're nice, easy repairs. So that's the thing. And I'll probably end up painting the whole car. I might. The plan is to strip everything off underneath. I'm going to get it jacked up now, move it back a little bit, get it jacked up, get the wheels off, leave it on axle stands, start scraping the underseal off the underneath on the wheel arches, because I can do that with it still in with everything built on it. I've got some red oxide paint. I'm going to brush the red oxide on after I've cleaned any surface rust off and treated it or whatever I need to do. That will then protect it, so when I put the stone chip on, which is I think it's black or grey, I can't remember what I got. It's what I got left over from the Fiesta. Once we've done that, we can then tackle the bits on the top. So a lot of it I don't need to take anything out apart from the windscreen. So once I took the windscreen out, I have to make sure I seal that up to stop the car getting full of muck. But I can do all the other little bits. Once I've got that all prepped, I'll flat the car off with 320s all over, get all the windows off, the doors out. Well, I might not take the doors off initially. Just block everything down, make sure all my gaps are right. Hit it with some epoxy primer, which I've got up there. I've got my 4-to-1 epoxy primer up there, and all my mixing cups and my paper. I've got my satin black paint in here. That's for me, all my suspension bits. I've got a load of stuff in that cupboard just there. It's got all my red paint in for underneath. I've got to get my base coat and lacquer for the top. And then it's a decision whether to paint it in here or speak to one of my friends who has a paint shop up the road in Atherton and ask him will he just do a paint, top coat, base coat and lacquer and buff it for me. And then hopefully it'll come back like this, if not better. Because I don't think I'll get the same finish, although I've got a reasonable finish on the Fiesta here. And it's a straight colour, so it's easy to paint, but I'm never happy when I do it myself. There's always something on it. You know, there's a little bit of muck in here, which even though I had it covered up, and it's just not right. It's not the right environment for me painting. However, considering it's a garage at home, I get a reasonable result. So anyway, that's it for now. I'm going to crack on and get it jacked up, get my floor hoovered because I can't be dealing with all this mess, and get my engine bagged up, which is here, the engine off Andy Jones. It's all ready to go, all homed out. I'm going to put a bit of oil on the balls, put it in a bag, leave it. I've got to clean it all up. I've got my shells and everything. I've got kindly borrowed a piston ring clamp off Bernie. Got my pistons there on the rods ready to go, so they can go up in the garage loft out the way. But he's done a cracking job of this. This is one of his new 930s, so it's got the oil seal on. So he's done the grind on the back of the crank like he does down to 80mm. So I've got to change the dipstick tube because I've got one off Bob. Put a new oil seal in, clean the bores, clean all the engine, make sure it's all clean. I've got my alloy cleaner there, so hopefully that'll react and clean it nicely. My front cover, I've got all my bits. I can assemble the bottom half. I've just got to paint the sump, which is there. So I'll sand that down in the middle of doing everything else. And then I've just got the head to sort out, skim, big valves in it, new guides. Stud kit I've got. So I'll be putting Maynard stud kit on it and putting it on a head gasket. And then jobs are good and really. That can be built up and it can go in the car with my Webbers on. But what I'll do, firstly, I'll get Andy to put on the dyno and see what we're doing. Because it's going to be a 998 with an R17 and between 40. So I'm hoping it'll pull well and not be too lumpy. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm going to jump on this Ilman imp and get it jacked up, and I'll report back shortly. Okie dokie, so that's it. The imp's up in the air. That's how it's going to be for the next month or two while we do the suspension and we clean up. I've not got the joys of having a spit. I did have a spit and I lent it to my mate Rob Machin, and I told it was my dad's, and I just told him he could keep hold of it. So I think he's passed it down the line to somebody else. But I'll struggle on my back like I do with everything. Fortunately, the garage has got carpeted floor, so it's a matter of just keeping on top of it. So as you can see, I've done a bit of a hoovering up. I don't like a mess, and I will be hoovering up every time I do some work, because a clean place is a safe place, and it puts you in the right mindset for when you start off again. So next now is to get all the wheels off, and they'll go in my loft with my engine this week. If the weather's nice, I'll get the Fiesta out tomorrow night, bob them all in the loft out the way, make some space, clear what I can round from here to give me as much working space as possible, and then we'll start stripping the underseal off. Okay folks, so that's it for tonight. The wheels are off. I've given them a clean. I've took my mud flaps off. So I've just been measuring up for a new badge. I'm going to get some new badges made, self-adhesive ones. And these are the mud flaps I made. And if I look at all the battering there, that stopped that going all the way up the car. It's made a massive difference with the stone chips. But there's under the arch on the near side rear, so it's a bit dirty. So next job is to start cleaning all that up, and then moving along to the front. I'll start on this corner, work my way along. So phase one started. Car's up on the axle stands, mud flaps are off, cleaned up, wheels are off, cleaned up, engine's bagged up. They're ready to go in my loft up there tomorrow behind the light, and get some new LED lights, and away I go. So this is part one, 14th of December 2025 of the Hillman Imp, Sunbeam Sport refresh in Garage Classics. Please watch out for the next instalments, and I'll be going through step by step of removing the underseal, cleaning any surface rust off, treating it, cutting it out, welding it up where required. If it's so bad I need to cut it out, if not, it'll be cleaned up and treated properly. And we'll do the journey ourselves. Along the way, we'll come across problems and we'll come across solutions. But for now, phase one has commenced. Stay tuned for more.